Yeah, welcome to the Geeks Listen the Podcast YouTube channel. This is a show called What You Doing, where we talk about what we watch and play during the week. I am your host, Edward Perez. I'm all by myself, so hopefully it's a quickie one. We're not here for 2 hours. So, yeah, let's get into it. Bear with me. I did timestamps on the video, so if you want to skip to a specific one, just go in there and use that. But let's start with the first one. I've been playing a little some. It's called Gris, right? Gris is about a hopeful young girl lost in her own world, dealing with a painful experience in her life. Her journey through sorrow is manifested in her dress, which grants new abilities to better navigate her fated reality. Just look at this thing, man. It's beautiful. It's very beautiful. It feels like you're playing some kind of art short. It was even difficult to figure out when it was a cutscene at times and when the game takes over and I can actually move around and play. But the main kicker is that it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, look at it. It's fucking beautiful, man. So the game don't really tell you nothing, right? There's no dialogue. You just go. And the game is designed in a way where you just want to keep going. You don't want to stop. The way that art occurs on screen, you're forced just to keep going. It's very short. It's around 4 or 5 hours, I believe. And you just keep going forward. There's really no shooting. You don't have a life bar. I don't think you can die, or at least I didn't die. I don't think you can die. There's no health. You just keep going through the motions. It's like mind bending at times. You have to you're looking at something and you think you can jump on it, and you try to jump on it and you can, and sometimes you can't. The colors, the atmosphere, the music is beautiful. There's certain transformations and abilities that she gets that will help you along the way. It's pretty relaxing and really freeing. I wouldn't call it a Metroidvania, but there is that kind of freedom to it where you can go up and down, left or right, wherever you want to go to explore. There is a handful of things, the little lights that you can collect, and if you collect them all towards the end, you get a super secret cutscene or whatnot. But it does feel nice, and the game feels kind of rewarding to keep going. But what this game is really about, it touches upon the subject of grief and losing somebody, the 5 stages of grief. As you can see in the beginning, the world is very bland and not beautiful. It's still beautiful in its own way, the art style, but it's very gray, no colors. And as you progress, you start to pick up certain colors and start to painting the world around you. You get pink, you get blue, you get green, you get yellow, each representing a different ability. But at the same time it's coloring the world, it is also representing a stage of grief. It's a very short game. It's very beautiful. I remember watching this came into my radar again, the Video Game Awards a couple years ago. It's already 2 years old. Came out 2018, late 2018. Picked it up on a sale. I was like, all right, I'll give it a chance. And it's very, very, very nice. It's very, very calming. It's cool. I liked it. I don't know if it's still on sale now. It might still be. I recommend it. This is one of those games where you could be like, oh, you don't think video game is art? Here you go, sir. Here's one that proves that point. Gris. It's very nice. Very nice. I liked it. That was about the only thing I played. But what I did watch, as I promised you last week, was some samurais. There's a documentary on Netflix titled Age of Samurai: Battle for Japan. It's like half doc and half acted out. And it's an exploration of the warring kingdoms of feudal Japan when several powerful warlords fought to become absolute ruler. So it's a documentary, but the way that it's a whole story, the way that it's shown to you, it kind of feels like Game of Thrones in a way. So we're in 1551 Japan, and they talk about daimyos, which are warlords, and the center family is the Oda family, and their leader dies, and then Oda Nobunaga gets appointed he's like the son, one of the reckless sons of the Oda family. He gets appointed the new leader, and it's kind of Game of Thronesy, where there's like, no, we don't want him, and he's like, yeah, because he was reckless, you know. And then to the point where the OG Oda family's hand, like in the Game of Thrones, like his right hand man, committed seppuku. He was like, fuck this guy, I don't want, you know. He committed seppuku. Seppuku's when it's a form of protest through suicide. You take a katana and stab yourself out. You stab yourself in the midsection, slice yourself open, and in some accounts even dig into the guts and display them out there. Like, here you go. I don't agree. It's like, goddamn, son, you could have just said no, but no, this is hardcore in the 1551. So it starts to break it down in that way, where what he was doing, what he was trying to conquer, and then it's just like a domino effect from there on. He was a master strategy guy, and he also had a bunch of luck, because there was a ship that was going to Portugal full of firearms, and it got shipwrecked, and it just landed on his feet. So right before a battle, he just inherited all these fucking guns, and that's how he won one of his first battles, was with like firearms. And in Japan, it was kind of like, wait, firearms? We got katanas and swords and shit. You're cheating. And they talk about how samurai was like a rank in the military, and it was just Game of Thrones shit, bro. Territory take over. This guy fight this guy, and then but it goes down through all these people's lives, and then after this guy is another guy and another guy, and then this guy's son, and another guy, and they pack in a lot of history in only 6 episodes. They're like 6 episodes, 40 minutes. But I knew it existed because, you know, they said it. But Ghost of Tsushima, the Ghost of Tsushima, the island of Tsushima, which is the centerpiece of the game Ghost of Tsushima, is referenced because it's a little island off of Japan, in between like Japan and Korea, which was like neutral. And then they talk about how there's monks in there and shinobis. It's fucking dope, man. It's really good. There was like Ghost of Tsushima shit where the guy's like sneaking around, and then those are the shinobis and the ninjas. It's fucking dope. I liked it a lot. Age of Samurai Battle for Japan, like I said, is half doc, half series. So you would get reenactment with dialogue and interactions between characters who are historical figures, and then you would get historians talking over it. And then I wasn't sure if there was a narrator on this one. I forgot. Yeah, there was. And on top of that, there's a narrator being like, oh no, now he's got a new foe or whatever the fuck. It's very interesting. I'm not going to sit here and spoil it for you, but I definitely recommend it. Age of Samurai. But along with samurais, I also watched Pirates. This is the same exact theme, but we're pirates. The Lost Pirate Kingdom. This is the second one. This is the newest one. The samurai one released 2 weeks ago. This is released last week. Again, same exact thing. 6 episodes, 40 minutes each. Half doc, half reenactment. And this one is the real life of pirates of the Caribbean violently plunder, stealing, and form a surprisingly egalitarian republic in this documentary series. This one's also very, very interesting. This is takes place in 1715, and it talks about pirateers and pirates, and pirateers are kind of like legal pirates. So the empires would like hire legal pirates to combat pirates. So it was like pirates on pirate crime, and then all of a sudden they had no use for it, so they had to lay off a bunch of pirateers, which later became pirates, because the only reason you become pirate is because you don't have money, so you have to become a pirate. So our first pirate or commander is Horny Gold, which I found it funny because his name is Horny Gold, and he's horny for gold, and he's a pirate, you know what I'm saying? And we talk about how he's kind of like the first major pirate that everybody revered, and then he was the founder of like a pirate republic in Nassau. It's the islands off of the islands of Jamaica. And he basically created pirate country where there's prostitution, you can do pubs and a bunch of pirate fun stuff, and they formed a pirate republic. But they start to bring in a bunch of different characters, Marie Helix and Sam Bellamy, who the guy's very rich and he's trying to win over the lady, so he's like, I'm gonna become a pirate to win her over. And then some ex-pirateers, I think his name was Lawrence or some shit like that. What was his name? I forgot his name. But he's running around as well because he was like super dapper guy that was like a pirateer, but now he's a pirate, so now he's like a dapper pirate, but he was an asshole. And there's like slave trading. There's just a lot of shit. There was $100 million worth of gold. It was a ship that was supposed to go to Portugal or Spain, and there was terrible weather, and it fucked over. So the Horny Golds, or like the commander Horny Gold, was like, we gotta go find that shit. It gave me really Assassin's Creed Black Flag vibes. And then this is where we see a young Edward Thatch who joins Horny Gold as an enforcer, and you're seeing his life. You're like, oh, and I'm like, oh, I'm intrigued by this character named Edward. You're like me, Edward Thatch. He's running around Horny Gold, y la verga. It's pretty cool. And then we see a lady pirate and Bonnie, and then stuff happens to Sam Bellamy, which is kind of bullshit. Again, it's like Game of Thrones, where you got the Republic and you got the thing, and they're fighting and they're pirates, and we don't want pirates, he pirates. And then something happens to Sam Bellamy, which is fucked up, and then Edward Thatch seeks revenge over his compilla, Sam Bellamy. That combined with syphilis, which he had to inject. He was injecting mercury in his pee hole to like feel better. This is 1715 remedies for syphilis, yo. And which was, syphilis was known to make people going crazy and mad. So that's how Edward Thatch became Blackbeard. So I was like, oh shit, I fucking tight. I don't know, fucking Blackbeard was named Edward Thatch. That's cool. And we follow his life, but his story came really, really late in the show, kind of almost like one of the last episodes, because he's not the main guy. It just goes. It's just they just take. I think it was like around. It's just 30 years worth of pirates that this show takes place. It's very good as well. Out of both of them, which one do I like more? I don't know. I think they're pretty equal, actually, if I'm not gonna lie. They're about the same. Maybe the samurai one is a bit better. There's Japanese and subtitles, and Korean and Korean and subtitles, so that makes it feel more legit. It looks kind of cool. I guess the fighting is more intimate because you see ships, but they're CGI, and they look a little off on the pirate one. It looks little goofy at some because it looked a little weird at points. But yeah, both of these are pretty cool. I would like more. I don't know what historical figure would be next. We got pirates, we got samurais. What would be next? I'm not sure. It's kind of weird that they released both of these back to back. Like they didn't give it one more time to breathe than the other. I don't know if there's going to be a series. I don't know shit. But I like it. Keep it coming. There was 6 episodes, 40 minutes each. Ate that shit up. It was pretty good. I'm at the age right now where I like to learn. And none of the shit that I watched stuck into my head. So, but it's fun while I'm watching it. Oh yeah, that syphilis needle on the dick with mercury, that shit was terrible. Shout outs to Edward Thatch. Anyway, my final movie that I watched this week is a good one. And I highly recommend it to y'all. It's called Promising Young Woman. And it's a young woman traumatized by a tragic event in her past, seeks out vengeance against those who crossed her path. So we're following this young woman, Cassandra, played by Carey Mulligan. Also, Adam Brody's in this. Jennifer Coolidge is in this. Laverne Cox is in this. Bo Burnham is in this. What's this guy's name? The man, Clancy Brown, is that him? I think so. Yeah, Clancy Brown running around. So basically, she pretends to be white girl wasted at bars and stuff, so that sleazy, nasty dudes take her home and take advantage of her. And without a fail, they do every time. And then right before they start to get frisky or try to take advantage or rape or whatnot, she reveals that she's not. And then sometimes beat the shit out of them, and sometimes, well, they're really specific on that. She just scares the shit out of the guy, so to make sure that they don't do it again. And her reasoning for doing that is because, I don't know if it's really a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. Her friend was messed with, and you start to unravel that story. So she's basically a woman vigilante. And she has like a psychological hit list that she's going around, and she has a little black book, and she's hitting these people, but she wants to fuck with them bad, and she's seeking revenge basically for her friend. The soundtrack is pretty dope. It's definitely woman empowering, even though, well, still with the ending, it was just good. I was hooked the whole time. I was like, okay, where's this going? Because she's just fucking with these guys, and then Bo Burnham comes in the picture, and she starts to fall with Bo Burnham. Bo Burnham, who's he's hilarious. I would give him MVP if it wasn't for Carey Mulligan, who plays Cassandra, the main girl. She was fantastic. She was kind of giving me Britney vibes. If they ever do a Britney Spears movie, I was gonna ask Bubbles if he approves her for being Britney, because she could play it. And then the soundtrack is pretty cool as well. There's these like string quartet version of Toxic. I thought it was really good. It sounds great. Anything with violin sounds great. Yeah. Alison Brie is also in it. She's like a friend who fucked her over. It's great. It's a revenge movie. You're rooting for her, but her obsession for this takes over. So you're like, okay, where's this gonna go? I usually figure this shit out pretty quickly. I did not know. I wasn't expecting the ending, and I don't know how I feel about the ending. I don't know. I'm not sure how to feel about it. I don't know. I just don't know how to feel about it. I really wanted a female perspective on it to see what they thought about it. So I'm going to ask around. And if you're a female and watch this show, first of all, thank you. Second of all, I apologize. Third of all, leave a comment down below what you thought about Young Promising Woman. And if you haven't seen it, please go and see it and come back and leave that comment. Because I don't want to spoil. So it just leaves you thinking. It definitely left me thinking. This whole movie also made me feel like an asshole for being a dude, because what women go through, man. Like men are gross. I don't know if I said this already, but Margot Robbie produced it, and I was thinking, like, I could see Margot Robbie playing this, and then during the credits it said Margot Robbie produced this. I was like, oh shit, nice. I like when actors produce things for some reason. I thought it was great. I would even throw her. Yeah, sure, why not? I would nominate Carey Mulligan for Oscar. She was great. She was fantastic. She plays a 30-something. No, 29. She turns 30 in the movie, so that's around my age. But yeah, it's a very good movie. Promising Young Woman. Go check it out, please. Go check out all of these, man. These are all really good. Gris, Age of Samurai, Battle for Japon, The Lost Pirate Kingdom, and Promising Young Woman. That is what I watched this week. Please leave a comment down below what you guys been watching, and if you recommend anything. I also watch a handful of other things, but by now they're off of Netflix. I think that's what the thing said. Project Odessa, I think it was. Shout outs to Vic. That was a good one. But yeah, I also watched all 3 Mighty Ducks movies. That shit is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna get the fuck up on out of here. Please do that. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. We put out 2 videos every week, sometimes clips as well. We got the pod, we got this show, what you doing. And yeah, you guys already know what to do. Please, always and forever, you do you. Bye. Take it easy. Pop. I gotta do everything around here. God damn it.